Hi together, my name is Frank and I'm photography trainer from Germany, and I want to tell you something about traveling with OMSYSTEM. In the past years I did workshops with nearly 50k participants with a team, and we are doing it in Germany but also all over the world. And one of the main goals of workshop participants, I know exactly, is they want to get a quick result. And don't get me wrong, I really like to do slow photography. I like to put the camera on my tripod. I like to have a look at the environment, at the landscape, and take my time for a good picture. But that's not the normal way people are traveling. The normal way is you are traveling with your family, with other guys, and they have no fun with photography. And if you put out your tripod, you put out your big filter case with your square filters, and you need 2 hours for one pic, they will get annoyed about your photography. And if you want to stop this, just use Live ND. Live ND is built in a lot of Olympus and OMSYSTEM cameras in different strengths. For example, the OM5 has Live ND 16 times and the OM1 has 64 times. And I prefer the OM1 because of the brighter variability of Live ND. How do you use it? 2 points you need to know. The first thing is you only can use Live ND in the S, the shutter speed, or in the M, in the manual mode. You have to put your main dial in S or M. And then you go to the computational menu and just choose Live ND, and there you can choose the strengths of Live ND. You can also choose the Live ND simulation. I would suggest just using the Live ND simulation if you are doing Live ND from a tripod, because if you're doing it handheld, the image is a little bit blurred, and you can fix it by pressing the shutter button halfway, so using the autofocus, and then it's freezing for a second. But if you use it from a tripod, it's really nice. But if I do Live ND handheld, I switch simulation off. And most time I choose the maximum value of Live ND, so with the OM5 16 times and with the OM1 64 times. You can get really smooth roller, and all the times I've been with groups on the Canarian Islands and on Iceland in the last years, I really never used a glass filter. I always use Live ND, and I always use it handheld because it's so easy. But the second one you need to know is that the minimum shutter speed, if you're using Live ND, is half a second. And half a second is really nice to do it handheld. But if the environment, if the light is really bright, so you have an extremely sunny day, the aperture cannot close enough for half a second Live ND. So in this cases, I add a really not so dark glass filter, a screw-in filter, often 3 stops. So I can use half a second. I can do it handheld, but I can reduce the brightness, and so I can combine the 3 stops glass filter with Live ND, doing Live ND and ND filters handheld. I hope you had fun with my explanations. I hope you can use it for your traveling and your pics while you're traveling. Have a lot of fun with OMSYSTEM cameras. Have a nice day, and see you again.